Don, let's imagine I'm a developer and I've got a ecological report and I submit it to the council as part of a planning application. I say in the ecological report there are 2 badger sets, but unbeknown to the local authority, I've asked my surveyor only to survey the footprint of the building, and there are a lot more badger sets on the site. I'm interested to know how this might be found out. So the question is I'm a developer, I've got a planning application with an ecological report, I submit it to the local authority. What should happen next, do you think?
Well, it's quite simple. What is happening is that developers are putting forward ecological reports 5 and 10 years out of date, and the council are putting them on. You'll see them on the website. One, for example, Magdalen Road.
Oh, the convent site.
Yes,
the former
I think
convent.
you'll find that one is 5 years out of date, but I've been informed by Mr. Sampson that yes, they've accepted it, but it won't go very far. Now, what that means, I really do not know. But you see, another site, for example, 126 Harold Road, the surveyor wrote, I should say, that the development would be 30 metres from the badger set, whereas in fact we've got photographs where the diggers had to cut right to the entrances of the badger set.
Oh,
and the whole of the site has been totally absorbed by the development, nothing to do with 30 metres, you see. But the point is the council accept whatever the developer's surveyor puts forward.
Do they ever check how the developers carried out things, or?
Well, they're supposed to. At 126 Harold Road, Mr. Davidson has said over the phone on a number of occasions, yes, Donald, I've had a look at that, everything's okay, and I've got photographs to prove that the badgers have been blocked out and all sorts of...
Why do you think the council don't recognise photographic evidence? Do you think they don't recognise it? I mean, a photograph is a photograph,
yes,
and you're in a society that protects badgers. You would have thought whatever you say is an important thing for them to look into.
Well, we feel that also. I did the original surveys for the council and English Nature right across Hastings Authority for the badger survey. Did it in 1966 to 1986, 2 years it took me, and they gave me an environmental award for doing it.
Great, that's good.
So you follow, and that was for the council, English Nature and the society. It was supposed to be confidential to those 3 groups, but then of course they just put it on the website. So any of the developers can check up and say, yeah, so there's a badger problem there, and then they devise ways of getting rid of the badgers.
Right.
To follow.
Yes.
There's, I believe, 195 The Ridge, 2 years ago, Mr. What's his name? Peter Mortimer did a survey on that site at 195 The Ridge, and there were badger sets. Mr. Newcomb has just recently done and said, there's no badger sets, the whole area's been bulldozed. That's his, I think it's on black and white, bulldozed right up to the trees. You see, that's
shocking, because badger sets can be hundreds of years old, can't they? Is that right?
They don't forget, badgers have been in the British Isles, the oldest land mammal of 250,000 years. And the only other animal that's of that age in the British Isles is grouse, are grouse. That's the only other animal. Human beings, of course, have only been here the last 15,000 years. So,
gosh,
it's not. it's not that we're, because people keep complaining and say, oh, the badgers in this town, they're everywhere, what are they doing in the town? It's not that. We have taken land because Hastings is absolutely ideal for wildlife, or it was, because of all the spring lines. So there's, in droughts, there was plenty of spring line water, fresh water available to all wildlife, badgers, birds, everything. Now, unfortunately, they keep culverting all those spring lines up. So a good example is Deep Dean, where I suppose there's more than 1.5 miles of the water lines have been culverted, so that's not available to wildlife, and that is causing lots of problems in that area as well. So,